I'm sorry I'm here for someone else, but it's good to see your face, and I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. I wish that I could stay and talk at the bar all by ourselves, but I'm here for someone else. But
let's get into it. Alrighty. How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Blaqksheep. Let me just quickly turn this on so we can get you guys on with this. Hello, hello everybody. What's good with you? What's good with you? It's your boy Blaqksheep. I am here, and we are here together. Wahoo! So I hope you all are having a great night. And if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. We are just fucking around at this point. And yeah, here's Pops.
I would probably, if someone else, especially if it was a left winger doing what he was doing with his shorts right now, oh my God, he'd be all over that and criticizing like flies on shit. He does it, man, you know, everyone else is doing it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
For ban evading, for breaking the rules. But he can break the rules and you're just jealous. Jeremy has a history of repeated blackout streams.
I mean, it's not tough work, but sometimes it's short because you have to kind of get your thoughts across in that 3-minute window. It could be a little more interesting to edit and spicier to edit than doing a regular video because you have all the time in the world with that. You know, he just is like, hey, here's me, here's slop, enjoy.
He seems to have a very bad
here's the thing I stole. Here's me adding literally nothing to it.
Alcohol problem. And one of these streams that's very well known is the
like, hold on. Like, listen, imagine going to a fucking short, right, and you see this face.
All right, everybody, how's it going? Thank you for being here.
Hey guys,
I'm down one follower. I wonder if it was one of the bots.
No one gives a fuck about my content anymore, so I have to keep my numbers inflated by stealing other people's content and put algorithm fucking slop. Like you're scrolling through your feeds and it's like you see this dude, oh shit.
pissing in his basement stream.
My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm gonna win this round, and I'm gonna pee. If I don't win this round, I'm gonna pee in my own basement. I'm not taking a pause to pee. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I gotta pee so bad. Get up! No!
Hello.
Just peed in my basement. If you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the
good.
Well, I guess if I remember this correctly, this
What
was
is new with
fairly
you?
infamous. Like he with Fall Guys, man, that game fell off hard, huh? Fall
Yeah.
Guys, he lost a
Damn,
round,
that's
and
fucked.
because he lost it,
SM World Rocks, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome. Small world, how you been? Yeah, I'm a spooter.
Excuse me, sorry. In Wisconsin,
Spooter
at 2
gang
in
for the
morning
win.
When there's no pizza places open, but she,
Booter gang for the win, for sure. You know. But just watching Review Tech USA on the corner, just hanging out. Hope you're all having a great night. It's I love very colorful like creatures. You should see the other one I could choose, but
No, not yet.
I like this one so far.
That people were critical of him, including the keynote
We're listening to by the way, we're listening to Review Tech USA on the side. Just in case you don't know who that is. He's a live streamer. He was just a dude who reviewed tech at first and had grown his channel pretty big, and now he live streams. He's been doing it for a while now, and yeah, I enjoy his takes. So if you hear that in the corner of your ear in the back of the game or whatnot, that would be that. All right. But yeah, just got home from work. I hope everything's been well. I'm just fucking around at this point, and we'll see where. So yeah, it was super easy. Everything that happened. So I helped out Review Tech USA today, and yeah, that went extremely well. It was super uneventful, very easy to do. Actually, my manager within the Ashes, who you'll see on my stream, in one of the little dudes on the bottom, one of the stream avatars, within the Ashes, taught me how to do it, and I just showed how to Review Tech USA how to do it themselves. So it worked very well. I know, shout outs to my manager right there. There you go. I saw that Just Chatting thumbnail, and that was sick. That was awesome. Very great. I gotta get the headshots done. I really need to walk around. I have to walk around with my video camera, my Insta360, since it's an 8K camera, and just let it do natural video taking and take screenshots. I don't have a real camera, and my phone camera's not as good. I find that so cool that my avatar has the chat above the head. Yeah, I fucking love it. For sure, you follow some music. We are getting close to where I want to be. But you gotta be careful, because there can be other creatures around. Also, the little creatures can battle each other too, and fight and whatnot. As well as make noises, and if you do exclamation mark command, you'll have the information pop up, and you can see everything that you can do.
will now be identifying as a raccoon because I too have dark circles under my eyes, eat junk, am small and chubby, stay up all night, and I'm cute, but I'll fight you.
Oh my god. The fucking blurb. Holy shit. That's fucking great. Hold on, let me just make sure, like, even if the TTS, I want to make sure the TTS monster isn't just, like, off. That was funny. Yeah, there's a community, chest as well for that, so take a look into it, for sure. For sure. Alright, let's take a look at this. Well, smoke this. But yeah, small world, dude. Like, if you ever play this game, let me know. I'm always down to play with followers, so just give me a holler if you end up playing this game.
See, Jeremy, this is
Path of Titans.
not having dead air. You should learn. I have moments where I am silent, but God, that's like you can fucking put a truck through that shit. Let's see.
Also, coming up soon, will be more parties and events that I'm going to be going to. I got a single picture from the last LARP. Last LARP was not as eventful as it normally is.
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
Yes, thank you for the bits within the ashes. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I need this shit. He's like,
Would you like some content with your fillers, sir?
What are you guys going up to?
fail.
What are you guys going up to? You guys up to this weekend?
There you
I
go.
think you can understand at this
Holy
point why
shit,
Jeremy
yeah.
is low.
You should have used it for the freaking blurbs.
And he's only making it bigger every time he has a meltdown.
Yeah,
on
you should have
Twitter
blurped it
and
out.
Deleting the tweets after. He loves to hide
Should have
things. He's
hardcore
constantly
blurped
tweeting
it up.
and then deleting the tweets, all while begging his fans to support him and pay for his lifestyle.
What
So
in
let's
the
get into
fuck?
the finance and grifting segment. You'll find that Jeremy oscillates between two polarities, and this
where he's flexing that he's rich. I'm good right now. I'm good.
Hell yeah. The sound alerts
And
with
then
bits
he,
are
like,
fun. Hell yeah, they
sees
are.
him, he's broken. Like, guys, I need your support.
Yeah, the bits are so those
It's
I try to keep low. 15 bits for those guys. The TTS is I think 100 bits.
Fucking
Talk to speech.
make it one breath you're buying 75 Starlink, and then the next one, like coffee companies in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So fucking fix it then.
is just one example of it. One second it's, guys, I'm very successful. I don't need to go on Caleb Hammer's show, which, by the way, was one of the components that started all of this for him having his melty. The Kino Casino asked to audit his finances because of this constant confliction of saying he's rich but he's poor. And they wanted a third party like Caleb Hammer to go over his finances. And then he agreed. And
it'd be like, Rich, that's still a business's finances. How can you make the finances the financial motivator for your audience to give you money? Once you go beyond your content product and you use like guilt people to give you money, nah, they're gonna ask questions. What's up, Zero? Cool.
What?
left out. And the quartering will even joke about firing his staff. And
Yeah, so he even drunk tweets like Phil, but he's worse. Phil's not as fucking disastrous as him.
it's not really a joke because he actually did do it and says that he's poor, he can't afford his assistant, he fired Luke Rosowski. And that's another thing they made fun of him for, was his constant e-begging, his constant crowdfunding, even though he claims to be a multi-millionaire. Jeremy loves to guilt his audience. He'll say things like,
Where
"I
the
never
fuck
went
is
on
this spider? In this
vacation."
tree
A
right here?
night
Right
that
here?
might actually lead to me taking a day off. I haven't taken a day off work in 3 years, but if I go on Nick's stream later and I can generate another 1,000 sales on Coffee Brand Coffee, I might actually take tomorrow off.
If my channel
Alright.
makes it through, like, what
Coffee
is
brand
that?
coffee, probably
Guys,
really grabbing.
how much money would that be?
Ooh, coffee brand coffee?
It must be.
Really?
let's
I
say
just find their IP and figure out what it is.
1,000 sales. It must be close to 10 grand. If you guys give me, if you don't expect, you're saying, guys, I need a vacation. I need you to give me $10,000 so I can go on vacation and not put out any of my own money.
Oh, he's gonna hit you up.
Anything and everything. I think we can agree that. The bull just came in my wife.
He's gonna hit you up.
I had to say it. Oh God, 46 months, heaven no, Mom. You are a fucking.
This Christmas, it'll be a huge trip.
He's begged for his audience to bail him out
Oh, I know.
for overspending on coffee.
You don't need to tell me, you know, and like realistically.
Way too many.
Like I already thoroughly know how you have things over on your end.
Coffee brand coffee's going out of business. That's how bad it is. But now it's
Yeah,
Buy my coffee
there's
or
no
I'm
reason to
That's his slogan.
you know,
Buy my coffee or I'm
go
fucked.
reach out. And
All right.
he said to me that he'll end up reaching out and everything. By the way, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all being here. I basically just chill, play some games at night. It's really late at night, so it's just a hangout for everybody to chum and chill. You know, I got YouTube going, Twitch, and Kick all at the same time. So, if you're watching, thank you. Hope you're having a great night. Or a great day, wherever you're coming from.
in huge trouble. Extinction level event. I'm not like, this isn't a shill, this isn't a grift.
There you go. Yeah. What else? Take a fucking drink.
Bum like me, that shipping container was like 5 or 6 grand.
Contractor installs such as solar vents and lighting.
And inside, I've run power. I'm not gonna include that. That's like a luxury. And Huck's pooping on my track. Thanks, bud.
You have an RC race car track and you're saying that that's a luxury? The whole thing is the epitome of, like, unnecessary. Oh my God.
New garage, gym, car lift, car wash, studio, sets, and an RV.
What's the status of the garage, Jim? We have all the permitting done. I want to have a car wash in there. Like, every man would love to have a car wash in their garage.
Why would you want a car wash in your fucking garage?
People for taking money and overspending it.
People stealing my money and then living better than I do. I think that these ghetto fucks would come through with a brand new iPhone and have a $0 copay on like $4,000 worth of medication that they were just selling anyway. Just because I can pay.
Oh my God. You said you're like the Temu version of fucking Fox News, except that that's an insult to Temu.
My bills now doesn't mean I think, you know, people should be buying name brand shit and all this other stuff when I'm paying for it.
Except his fans are the ones paying for it. He begs them,
Yep.
guilts them, say
Give
he's
me
gonna go out
access,
of
it's
business,
free,
turn
and
around and buy a bunch of luxury
see
goods
me,
by his own description,
yep.
and then just keep asking for more. It's crazy that in his own mind he thinks
Free
he
is
treats his
awesome.
audience well by
Depends
like
on
spamming
also
them with
what it
ads on
is.
ads, having them pay more money to get discounts on things. So like spending money to have to spend more money. And then the
Like video
content that
games.
he
I like some
charges
free
them
video
for
games. I
is
like a lot of free video games, actually.
So,
Some free video games are the shit.
Well, because, you know, that's, well, it's 2024, but still, like, that's what you're worried about. Why Blue Sky will fail. And that's the funniest thing is, like, dude, what is fucking X right now? It's literally a right-wing fucking freak echo chamber up to Elon Musk.
Holy
It's the same content that he already had repackaged. It's just grift after grift after grift. And it gets to the point where his own fans are tired of his coffee shows. They're saying to not even buy coffee. And
So, what happened to the extra week?
Yeah, small world.
Ordering.com. What exactly did I pay for?
Ilya.
One drop
Holy
today.
shit.
I'm a little behind.
anymore until morale improves. There are so many things.
I'm ordering more coffee to keep the YouTube channel live. Oh my god. Not too much coffee. A little bit of fire under his feet to improve is good. Yeah, because Jeremy's going to improve. Don't buy any. If he truly gave a fuck, he would stick to his word and actually partake in his fucking server or show he gives a fuck to his members. But that lasted what? A month, maybe? Get the fuck out of here.
That he told his audience he would deliver on that I cannot sit here and read them.
Funny, it's for exhaustion. It's exhausting to constantly hear about coffee. Folgers works fine. That's amazing. I'll drink any coffee, I don't care, but not paying fucking $10 to $20 for shit I can get cheaper and last longer. I don't care about the flavor and all that jazz, just give me some fucking mud. I bet you drink Maxwell coffee. Yeah, fuck all that fruit fairy flavor. I don't eat my this spice, sit on and spin. It's good. No coffee is good enough.
So you guys don't have to follow it. It's just this constant crowdfunding and begging for money when he is a multi-millionaire and him continuously not delivering on what he says. Jeremy's not above seemingly scamming charity for his grift either. He asked for his fans to pay for his trip.
What? We could really use your support with travel and equipment expenses. In case anyone's wondering, there is a whale tier where you can co-host the show for a day. Oh my god! Yo, Sarge's wife, man. I like my coffee. I get the Bloom energy drinks too. I drink too much fucking caffeine.
With his co-host to Amfest, which he already paid for, but he continuously asked for more money to compensate for it. And he didn't need to go. It was a huge waste of money. He didn't end up doing any
This guy's flexing his 3 billion gallon fucking fish tank. His $10,000 RC car racing track in his mansion, and he needs you to pay for his trips.
interviews. It just seemed like a waste of time to spend, what was it, like $12,000 to $16,000 on this trip. His fans, after being disappointed time and time again, constantly sold things, having to pay to get discounts on things, they actually funded the trip. But there was a condition. One of the whales who funded him said you have to donate the extra money to charity.
Jeremy, what happened to the Christmas cards or Toys for Tots dono from Amfest? Genuine question, no troll. There was a donation made, and there wasn't much left, to be honest.
But then when he's asked about his donation,
So you just, instead of giving the money to a charity, you just said, oh my god.
he says that there wasn't much extra.
We had one person cover enough for the whole thing.
their only ask is that everything we raised above and beyond that we would donate. There definitely wasn't as much left as I had hoped, but I made a separate donation at Toys for Tots anyway.
What I did do though was,
Did you show it? I've made donations before, and I made sure to fucking show them so no one thought I was full of shit.
purchase a bunch of cards to open on stream over the weekend. I bought a bunch of kids' cards, you know.
Oh boy, everybody. I have about $10,000 in product to open up.
So just to be clear, the whale donated all of the expenses for the trip, and he had made $6,000 approximately prior to that. But he, quote, doesn't have that much left over to donate to charity. It seems like those poor kids got scammed out of their toys so that Jeremy could buy his. Those Pokemon cards should be in the hands of some child. And if he did donate, how much was it? Only a few $100s? And even if he did overspend and spent even more money for some reason, because he loves to waste money, he proceeded to...
Well, what's wild to me is you're a multi-millionaire and you're sitting there and you're like, yo, you gotta pay for my trip. And then people do. What capitalism really is that it rewards you if you have no shame and you are willing to do whatever you need to do to make a buck. And I'm not talking hard work. If you're willing to be shitty, you get rewarded for it. We're literally seeing that in 4K all over right now. It is designed to reward terrible behavior, so the terrible people at the top can continue to be terrible.
Spend like $10,000?
If you want to be in the club, you got to sell your soul, and if you're willing to, you can make a bunch of profit. But
on Pokemon cards, which he regularly loses money on because somehow at a game where it doesn't require any skill, he still sucks at it. And Jeremy can say, no, that's not true. But if it's not true, then why not get financially audited when you're doing all these suspicious things, wasting your fans' money?
yeah, that's it. Again, if you were just being, it's impossible for you to do, Jeremy. I know it's a shortcoming. You're boring in a field that you're supposed to be entertaining people, but he just doesn't have it in him, man. He just doesn't.
Especially when you live in a mansion and you're a multi-millionaire. And it seems like he's lying about his coffee grift as well. He told his audience that he makes everything in-house, it's his machinery, begged his audience for money for this.
There's a big difference.
You ever noticed too, like, I hate to say it, Phil's entertaining not because he's an entertainer, he's entertaining because he's a train wreck. You ever notice that the people that are like that always are the ones that beg, even if they rifted successfully while still being boring? You ever notice that?
What I do and what most everyone else does. I don't drop ship my coffee. We roast our own special blends. We hand flavor our beans.
Which you just also
We pack our orders. We ship our orders. We handle our customer service.
yes, the Pragmata stream is going to be able to schedule to Sunday. 2 reasons why. I'm going to be doing the multi-stream. Also, too, Lost in Gaming actually he was the one who specifically donated 50 to have that, and he asked me if I could push it off to the weekend, and I said yes. Not something I usually do, but since he literally don't know that entirely.
How does it feel to have been right about the quartering this whole time?
Dude, you know what it is? I know everyone, right? But because there was something to gain from him, either his audience cut for him because, he was the popular anti-woke, and because he was the popular anti-woke dude, you had people in the community that are speaking up now that I promise if it was 2021, they wouldn't speak up because they were like, I got something to gain from this guy. You're welcome, Lustin.
We are not a dropship out.
So they knew he was like this. They just didn't care because there was something to gain from him.
outlet, we're a real coffee company. I need to try and reach out and give you an
I mean, yeah, usually I don't do things like that, Lost in Gaming, but I'm like, yeah, he did, like, you know, donate the entire goal himself, so, yeah, that's
understanding of why I could use some help. What is the solution? Well, it's to buy about $80,000 in equipment.
And then it turns out that it's seemingly a white label company that actually supports the SJW stuff that he says he doesn't like and is woke.
Oh yeah, I showed that way back when all this shit came out years ago.
And for the past 3 years, I've provided coffee brand coffee on remaining completely apolitical. And that's literally why I call.
Which, how the fuck could you even do that when they know you're the fucking poster boy from it? It's your company, and you are the furthest thing from apolitical.
Called it that.
And the overlap of the staff, it's the same staff that's handling the generic coffee that handles Jeremy's coffee. He just gives them t-shirts and tells them to put it on so you can take the photo and say it's his own.
Lost in Gaming is now a large mentor. You were one. That's fine, man. Thank you.
And you may say, well, what's the big deal if it's white label? Well, the big deal is that he's lying to squeeze more money out of his fans because he claims, well, we paid for the machinery. I want you guys to pay for it. And this is our own staff.
Mouse PI were doing that day, too. I didn't forget about that. They're both going to happen.
And it's just this whole thing to try to get more money out of his audience. There's so many inconsistencies, like Player One Coffee, which is ran by the CEO of Jeremy's sponsor Meta PCs, seems to be the one repackaging the coffee when Jeremy says, oh, it's mine, I make it in-house. And he admits that he doesn't roast his own coffee, so it's just this constant back and forth. Claims it's his staff, even though it doesn't seem like it is. It just seems like he made them put shirts on because it's the same staff if you cross-reference the photos. And then he mentions the place that's actually making the coffee while also pretending to not know what it is.
Does Mill Creek roast your coffee beans? Who's that?
Yeah, it's funny because
who's that? Oh my god. You are so awful. I hate you. I hate you. I'm so tired of it. Will we ever be over these scam artists? I mean, it is entertaining to watch them squirm, but
I'm going to. I think I'm going to change it up.
it's like this is why capitalism is fucking broken, dude.
How many subs to reschedule to when Lost at work?
For you, 5.
the woman who runs the company
Could you imagine?
is totally unaffected by it. She was she was laughing about it to me. Like, I was seeing the emails come in, and they were hilarious. You did a little fulfill.
In the end, too, on top of it, and I made the decision to reschedule before, but by the time I got done with the shorts today, I'm like, oh man, good thing I did reschedule.
I'm at work for a guy I don't like on the internet.
So I wanted to get my walk in before I streamed.
Maybe
And I got everything done.
You as a woman, you shouldn't do that's how they read.
I get my coffee from over a dozen providers.
It is his staff, it isn't his staff. He doesn't know.
He roasts his own beans. He gets his coffee from a dozen providers.
Oh, the coffee manufacturer, he does know it. I own the equipment, I don't own the equipment. It's this constant discrepancy. It's a successful business, but also can you guys pay for my mistakes and bail me out? We're almost out of business. He also admits that it's in YouTube.
She's right about everything she's saying.
Yeah,
However you
yes.
feel about Brit, I know some
What we
people
will
literally
now
laughed when I
do.
started watching it. She's on point about this. Like, which one is it, dude? Are you roasting your own beans, or you're shoving them in the bull's ass and he's farting it back out into a bag for you? Whoa.
Which is where the actual manufacturer was that he mentions in the video.
These are my company, my employees, located in Utah, in the United States, all salaried.
So it's like, which is it? Well, in my opinion, I think it's pretty clear that this is a white label thing and he's trying to cover it up so he gets more money out of his audience. And then people who talk about it are getting flagged. And if it actually was what he said, I wouldn't complain about the price, but it's crazy that it seems...
They do. Even Smash JT is trying to follow suit too for matcha tea. He's like, what is it, like 4 times more than we get. You looked on Amazon. It's an insane discrepancy.
It's like he's just lying to his fans about it being a generic coffee and then claiming everything is his own when he just does what everyone else does, which is fine, but be honest about it.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does.
Which, by the way, you guys should check out LinkTree soap, artisan soap, beef tallow soap, and they smell amazing. There's ones for guys too, like this one, the Alama.
What is with all these conservatives that hate beef tallow? Like, what the fuck is the big deal about beef tallow? I get it's better than the other kind of oils they use to cook shit in, but everything is beef tallow. Like,
Right.
all right, whatever.
Let's try that now.
This one glows in the dark, and of course, I created the chemtrail candle. I actually designed it, and Michelle made it with her own hands in Oklahoma. So, if you want to actually support a small business, you can go ahead and check out readsoap.shop and get yourself some beef tallow candles as well as soap. So Jeremy has left behind a long trail of smear.
What is? Yo, didn't the judge rule that Smash JT has to give back like a whole bunch of fucking money?
And it's really starting to stink. If he was truly sorry about the platforming starting a whole wave of people false flagging, he would log off instead of just tweeting and deleting his tweets, and he would go to rehab. But he doesn't, and instead he just keeps victimizing himself. It just seems like he's powerless to all of his addictions, and not just alcohol. This is someone that needs abstract thoughts explained.
The harvest.
What up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome.
Shut the fuck up.
It's good to see all y'all.
To them like, imagine food, but there's nobody to feed it to you. Genuinely, he might be brain damaged from all that drinking. That might be why he can't
Oh, no shit.
even point to the Middle East on the map, despite him covering the politics surrounding Iran.
You know what the holding pattern was?
Oh yeah, he's super pseudo-Zionist. He's just pretending to be a Zionist because he's hoping to get some views.
So if we go,
He's
oh boy.
zooming in to Southeast
And now we're
Asia.
riding
Look at
dragon.
this. He's in Indonesia and Australia, for fuck's sake! Chair! Look at his
Let's see if we can
face!
find
Bro, he's in South America!
the Strait of
He's in
Hormuz.
South America!
Is it?
Now he's
No,
in
not here. I gotta
fucking
zoom out
North
more.
America. That's the Atlantic Ocean! That's the Atlantic Ocean! You're in the wrong fucking hemisphere, you mongoloid!
Looking for? What's the thing called?
I couldn't. He's looking for Iran. He doesn't. He's not even. Buddy, are you fucking retarded? Andy had a better idea. At least Andy knows what the Middle East fucking is.
I really try to stay out of the Jew stuff, or the
Right.
Palestine stuff. I don't understand it
What
all.
the hell are you
And-
talking
Calling him out for being part of it.
So Jeremy Hampton started virtually about how much better he is than Jackson Sullivan. I see it all with the and the horrible things. Because what I saw from Jackson Sullivan was now he's referring here to rounds in the right-wing circles a number of years ago, trying to rally defenders for the next end call was pedophile
Motherfucker.
for convicted pedophilia in
You're currently in game that they can't see. All I see is your human character. What?
Actually, were never interviewed.
Oh shit,
so
really?
They scammed that aspect of the Amfest
That's crazy.
fundraiser.
That just did that.
Yeah, 2:30.
Pulling that bullshit, huh?
Time flies with
You can go through the playlist. You can learn everything for yourself.
I think I said kind of clear like a half dozen last night. I know Myron wants to come on. Jack Posobiec.
Listen,
the fuck?
after what he said about Jack Posobiec, that he knew for years, he still wanted to interact with Jack Posobiec and engage with him. And I wonder
What
why.
is going on with this?
Yeah, he's down with the shit, man. That's why he's doing the same fucking shit.
No, hold on.
Jack stiffed him and didn't show up at Amfest. It gets worse. Let's go to the video. It gets a lot worse for Jer because the exact woman that he was upset that Jack Posobiec was associated with, Jeremy Hambley invited that same woman into his home. This was the number 2 woman in the organization, the Nexium cult.
Holy shit, I didn't even know that.
You can learn all about him in the HBO documentary The Vow, but not only did he invite the sexual woman to his home, he called her his good friend.
Now you can see. And I am on the low end of all this shit. Alright, now we're pretty. Go ahead,
So weird.
Snapping sack cult?
I mean, again, if you know
Nah, you good. You didn't make me die. It's all good.
I wonder why he wants.
wow, quartering is a hypocrite who's
Yeah, that's all good. I don't give a fuck.
steamroll them.
I just want to make sure I have all my chats up and shit, and that you guys can see things. That is pretty fucking important.
Showcase things like this in a humorous, mocking way that is effective, and it scares him, and it makes him upset, and he cries.
The more he tries to shut this down, the more people are going to hear about it.
Her bio says gamer, keto, and Jesus freak.
Oh, Melody Mac for the final. Yeah, let's go.
Very good clips. Clip it. Send it out. Everybody's favorite plant-based milks.
Oh God, the ads on fucking Rumble.
So you like this? This is called Century Age of or Age of Creation.
Jeremy,
I can't.
And I know
can't
people.
remember. Hold on.
Please be impressed that I'm good friends with cultists and grifters.
Century.
Yeah, basically.
We knew that, right? Age of Ashes, that's what it is.
Yeah, RFK Jr. got crushed in Congress. That's great and all, but beyond words, what does it fucking mean?
Guys, how are we feeling about Melanie Mac? Hey, put your away. Put your away. It'd be a good little. Oh my god. Dude, look at it. This rules. This kicks ass. Oh man. She's like Elvira.
You know what, actually? One better. I'm gonna go to Melanie Mac's fucking Mac. Go boom, because that makes you interesting. Oh god, gay is a choice. And you know what's funny is that by the viewership, it's not even working anymore.
If it was a video game, facts.
My husband
100% facts.
Wow.
Cucumbers.
That is a fucking fact.
Yeah, people are really sick of this. Here's proof.
Hey guys, so today I just wanted to talk about something that I think needs to be said, and we've seen the results and the negative effects that gay stuff, transgender stuff, all of the rainbow flag stuff, how it has had negative effects in society. It's had negative effects.
Imagine talking about all this when it's literally that they are sweeping for not prosecuting and defending and threatening the victims of child rapists and worse. But you're worrying about what gay people are. Gay is a choice. That's what you're shooting for. Like, they're so fucking gone. I'm so tired of like
Literally not mine.
sharing a country with these people. You
Requires
want to live in this
game.
fucking
Requires premium.
fairy
Yeah, no.
tale fucking fascist fucking world. Go make your own fucking country and live that way then. Let's see how it goes.
On children, it's had negative effects on
I'm
adults,
not
and
saying-
also we're just sick of it. It's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, we have to have parades for guys doing butt stuff with each other. Like, I don't want to see it. Like, I don't. Now, with America being founded as a Christian nation.
So who the hell's dragging you to a fucking pride parade, Melanie? All right, you don't want to go to a pride parade. Guess what? You don't have to. But you don't want.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
You don't want the freedom for people who want to have a pride parade. You just want to suppress their freedom because you don't want to go to their parade.
Nation, with us being a Christian nation for the most part, granted.
Oh my God, here we go. No,
I like
nation
that
is
one.
literally built separation of church and state.
I like
You want it to be that. Oh God, she really is like a flat-out fundamentalist, man. Holy shit.
We're kind of, as
They're
a whole,
epic
slipping
actions.
on that, and we need to like refocus, which I think we are seeing a rise in that. Thank goodness, because otherwise our country would fall. But I digress.
Yeah, because our country's doing great right now.
I'm really thinking about this one.
All of that to say that as
I
a
have the
Christian
red devil.
nation, like with a lot of us being Christians here, we don't.
Time will tell, but all signs point to Melanie marrying yet another gay guy. So, soon enough, she'll have no choice but to come back to me.
Oh, that ending was good. But oh yeah, wasn't there allegations that her ex left and he was like gay?
Support those kind of lifestyles, and yet it's constantly thrown in our face, the gay stuff. And they really brought it in through like a Trojan horse, because it was pretty unanimous, and it was pretty much.
I know this is like your like shit that you have to pay attention to, but I live in New York. It's an hour and change above here, so you don't say that, but that's
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like this game. There's different modes and everything you can do for it.
You kind of get conservative up here, but you're right near New York City. No one's brandishing that shit. Yeah, I know. There's gay people, trans people, but no one's like forcing. Like you just this whole alarmist thing, which doesn't exist, and people are catching on that it's all bullshit. where you're just trying to use a marginalized group to go after, to keep you distracted from what the real problem is. No one's really buying it anymore. It's so ridiculous. It's not in your, I know damn well it is not in your fucking face. You're looking for it as an excuse to complain about it, hoping that people will still tune in.
Not necessarily unanimous, but it was pretty normal that like most.
Like, what are the comments saying? I know I'm all over. What are the comments saying? The queefening is a choice. So what are the oranges for? Hey, wow, comments are allowed. How's everyone's last weekend been up to? Blink twice is hit. Jeremy's holding you hostage. Standing by a deplatformer is a choice. Wrongfully flagging people's content is a choice. Taking money from immoral people is also a choice. Like, yeah, beyond the fact that the country is burning and run by child-raping pedophiles, but you're worrying about what gay people are doing. You also talking about this because you wanted to see if you could just move on from the quartering thing and just get back into your right-wing fascist grifters. So your husband shoes to As everyone did. Oh, she was definitely.
You got me. Took him long enough. Oh yeah. Let's fucking go.
You're not good at combat. You clearly about the most washed, boring system I've ever seen in the game. What is it that I'm not doing? I'm using the staff. I'm using the shield badge. I'm using the combo. What am I not doing?
Hell yeah.
Don't worry, this is going to be a big segment of the show today, alright?
Well, Phil, it doesn't mean...
That's the fucking way we play this game.
You could just suck at it. I suck at it. It doesn't mean you're kissing the butt. Like, yeah,
why are you laughing? I'm suffering for your sins like a martyr. You should worship and build statues of me, not laugh. Mouth drooling ingrates.
And then they'll proceed to laugh.
Listen, I appreciate
I was just murdering
Jack,
people.
But I think we're gonna agree to disagree on this one.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. So if I'm going out
That was
to
so
eat,
good.
I want to have
I
the
fucking
high-end
love that.
experience when
I
I'm
love
going
that.
out
I
and
love
paying
that.
top
That's
dollar.
why I like this game. I also hate this game at the same
Now, I
time
can
because
easily go
sometimes
over
it's just
here to Old
like
Country
how the fuck am I
Buffet,
getting
and I can
killed
spend
that easily?
$25 and sit there eating slop
Yeah.
all day, and it's all you can eat. You're gonna have people when you're at Old Country Buffet who are gonna come up to you and argue with you that all that food is good. They're gonna say, dude, are you kidding me? That mac and cheese is so good. Did you have the chicken fried steak? Did you have the spaghetti? Did you have this? Country Buffet is my absolute best place to eat because it's endless amount. To which you can say, it's true. You get insane value for your dollar when you go to Old Country Buffet and you get all you can eat. The problem is, it's all slop. It's low grade. It's not cooked well. It's not gourmet. It's just heat lamp food. It's a bunch of meaningless heat lamp food. It still fills your guts.
I mean, you're right about what you're saying. I will give you that. That's kind of how I feel about Crimson Desert as well. However, that's not what they're talking about. The game came out. It still sucked at system back then.
I like Mag on it.
So it still uses your time, but it's not necessarily good for you. And omelets is making my mouth water. Yeah, I know. Whenever I talk about food on the stream, people get all hungry. And typically I do too. Sometimes I'm playing and people will mention
Golden
pizza,
Dragon.
and I miss my pizza from back in the United States. The pizza I used to get on the East Coast.
That is a sick fucking dragon.
Maybe that's not the case for you, and that's okay.
Oh
That's why it's
boy.
okay to agree to disagree.
Wait,
But there's
was
so
that
many
a-
people out there that are polarized
Did
about
some-
this game and saying
see
things
that?
like, well, Crimson
Did
Desert's the best game
see
ever.
that? Next.
Here, and if you don't get it, you're playing it wrong, and
Here's
you
the
have the
Mystic,
bad
right?
opinions on
That's
it.
the one I
No,
want to get. I
not
want to
everyone
get this.
is the same. But the point I'm making here
Oh,
is,
I
if we
didn't get that
act
one.
like Crimson
There's
Desert
one that's
is the
like
best
50
game of
bucks
all
over here.
time, you will get 400 more games
Like,
that are
what the
insane
fuck?
amounts of content and none of it meaningful.
I don't think I've ever been to like a buffet that's been.
That's pretty
amazing.
cool too. Yeah.
Buffets often, but God, I can't remember the last
I'm looking for mythics.
we're still alive.
Mythics and once in a while legendaries.
You're going to get 20 more GTA Onlines and 30 more Fortnite clones because that's how the industry follows. They chase the money. Anything for this, right? Here it is. So Jay Freeze Bees did a $5 super chat, and he says, yes, nothing stays relevant forever. Tell us more basic stuff. We're all little kids, not adults. It's like listening to my mom. You're here listening. You chose to be here. You're not tied to a chair.
Sorry, everybody.
No one's forcing. You're not a hostage. If you don't like my opinions on my podcast where I give my opinion,
Do
you
this.
can leave.
I've never been to a Sizzler in my entire fucking life, Jake. What the fuck did they have? I don't even know. Like, wasn't it like a? They had some seafood, but it was like a random amalgamation of shit. I remember there was always commercials for Sizzler. Never been to one, but I even remember as a kid, you couldn't avoid a fucking ad for them.
Aware of this? Maybe you didn't know that. Here's the thing. You can actually leave content you don't like, and you can watch content you do. You have freedom to do that. It's amazing. It's called free will. You get baited so bad all the
That's what he was talking to Wings.
time by everyone around you. Let's see here. Upgrade did a $10 super chat, and he says, is it possible you just aren't good at the game instead of saying it sucks? It has 57 positive reviews on Steam for a reason. You saying it sucks make you sound like a crybaby. Did you hear what I said about the game? I said there's things about the game I absolutely like. For sure, 100% there's things I really like about the game. It doesn't overall stink. But if one of the core gameplay elements, the combat, is very, very generic, isn't nearly as good as the combat of most games that I play. I mean, there's games I played over a decade ago. Shadow of Mordor. The combat of that game.
He is right about that. He is right about that. Shadow of Mordor definitely is better. Yeah, oh my god, yes, you're right.
did a €2 super chat and says 17 2-hour videos. It's a podcast. Do you not understand what a podcast is?
Have the co-host you talk, don't really fighting. That's not a podcast.
Topics. Yes, a lot of people value this time.
You couldn't find any health.
You want to know how I know? Because I have more attendance right now on this podcast than I've had any game I played this week. And by the way, people are supporting and contributing to it. So it is meaningful use of time. Maybe not to you. That's your opinion. Meaningful use of time.
Damn it, I fucking killed myself. They're on their own and their bombs.
Sasha Grey, right? God, Plankton was so perfect. It's true. Congratulations, you get your car.
Come on, do the fucking do anything. Holy shit. Motherfucker.
You're gonna call it a night. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. That 14 is all me, motherfucker. Holy shit.
Only use. There he goes, boys. My biggest. Oh my god, dude! I remember this. I remember this intro when he was actually.
That was so
running it,
stupid.
but he was still doing the gameplay videos.
That was so dumb. Definitely thank you for hanging out. I appreciate that. There you go, boys. There's a melatonin for you, boys.
Fucking shit, those are gummies, man. Like it's
That I got fucking 14 kills. I couldn't even get a fucking teammate to get one. There you go, boys. The melatonin's for you. There's another one, boy. There you go, boys. There you go. There you go, boys.
Jimmy Christmas.
No, where's the original? That's not as fun. Wait, is it gone? They. Oh no, is it taken down? Oh, that was such a good video. This is cool, but.
There you go, boys. There you go, boys. No, Tony, please.
Oh man.
No, Tony, please. No, Tony, please.
Yeah, what's that plugin again, Blaqksheep? I have it. I have it ready to go, and I went through all the stuff with it. But holy shit, dude! That's what because that's what I was thinking with like restreaming. Like this is so dumb. Like why can't I just put in the stream key from each site that I want to stream to? So I don't have to go through all this other extra shit. Like this is, it just feels like over engineered and unnecessary.
There you go, Jimmy Christmas. No, Tony, present. No, Tony, got a little secret. There you go, Jimmy Christmas. No, Tony, present. No, Tony, got a little secret. No, Tony, got a little secret. There you go, Jimmy Christmas. No, Tony, present. No, Tony, got a little secret. You're gonna do Jimmy Christmas. No, Tony, present. No, Tony, got a little secret. Don't be bored. You're gonna do Jimmy Christmas. No, Tony, present. No, Tony, got a little secret.
All right. There you go,
There you go, boys.
Crowd stunned after man's unhinged TP USA moment. Oh, I can't now. I can't, like, dude, I'll be up till 5 in the morning.
There we go, boys.
And that would be...
There's some melatonin for you. Yeah. There you go.
Whoa, scared the crap out of me.
No, melatonin for you.
I'm done in like 10 minutes. I'm done in 10 minutes. Whiny piece of garbage. What is going on here?
I think I want to buy some.
Yeah, Cash Patel flipping out. I wanted to go into. She is painting her fish tanks and oh. How many views does that have? Oh man. Sometimes it's just interesting to go through the fucking thumbnails. Cyrax drops his new guitar. Oh God.
Give me 1 minute, everybody.
Just 1 moment.
Oh my god, Cyrex dropped the guitar. Holy shit. Let me just not like dox myself really quick. Yeah, I don't dox myself. Sorry everybody. I don't feel like doxing myself. Heads up.
Just have feedback. Like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, just give me one moment, please.
Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Anyway, I'll start that. It's only 32 seconds. Derp, derp. Watch
Let
this.
me just make sure this is the right one, and then we'll go.
Oh, God.
Yes, it is. Hold on. Wow, he actually dropped his guitar. You know what? Yeah, fuck that. We'll fucking buy that. Yeah, another week. Another month. Yeah, we'll do it another
That's how
night.
we hit hard.
Back to it, everybody.
He looks like a sperm cell with arms.
Welcome.
Put the damn strap.
The guitar probably weighs more than you. You can't wear that thing properly. Stop it.
Back on it. Don't want to stay on. Oh, and as for you motherfucking y'all need to fuck off.
I feel like we have to tap more into Cyrax, dude. Not tonight, obviously.
I can't believe I got 14 kills on that.
Why is everyone talking about pirate software again? What the hell did he do? When ASMR artists get caught lying. Interesting. Who is this guy? I won't watch it now. This one's getting
If you were around on YouTube,
I've ever seen this guy.
Right. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you being here.
2010s, there's a good chance.
And
you
yeah,
scroll past
if you
ASMR.
could, I have a kick into YouTube as well as a Twitch.
Millions of people dealing with anxiety or just not being able to sleep.
Lloyd.
Been known online as Lloyd, started his YouTube channel in 2014 with an intricate roleplay scenario ASMR channel that covered things from a vintage diner roleplay to 1800s doctors.
I watched this guy a little bit back in the day.
There was a gritty nostalgia to the topic that Lloyd decided to do for his videos, and that resonated with a lot. In the early 2020s, he had a style people cared about him as a person. ASMR audiences are actually wired a little differently from most YouTube communities. You see, people who experience ASMR show stronger emotional responses to posts like whispering and personal attention. The format basically runs on closeness. So viewers aren't just watching these channels as someone would say a traditional commentary video, but they're falling asleep to these videos, which provides a pretty helpful piece to someone's puzzle of life.
That makes
and
sense.
some even use ASMR.
That's why I'm
to put
only
them in a
playing
like
against
ASMR.
PCs.
You have to understand too. Scary outfits, pretending to be your girlfriend and role playing. That no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm making a video like that.
State during panic attacks. With that, Lloyd had gained that trust with his audience like most creators do. And every description below his videos had one thing in common: a donation block with apps to send money to PayPal, Venmo, and a Patreon page. This isn't a weird thing to to do in itself, as most creators have these as a way to support the channel from YouTube's inconsistent ad revenue. Asking for donations in the form of Patreon or just straight money is a way for people to show support to the creators who are actively helping them. Off that, according to Reddit threads, Lloyd started to in 2020 that he had a hernia that he needed surgery for, and that he needed help paying for it. He said YouTube was his only job, and medical costs in the US are typically brutal to pay for if you don't have good insurance. We all know that. So if someone you trust tells you they're in pain and can't afford to fix it, you obviously need to help them. Because the parasocial relationships our creators make for themselves builds this community as more than
Oh my god, guys, I need follows. I need likes. Oh my god. I need it.
GoFundMe showed up with the title, "Help Lloyd Reach His Health Insurance Deductible." In the text, he describes the ongoing hernia and explains that YouTube is his only income. But he also says that he has IRS tax debt that forces him to put a chunk of his YouTube money towards. He says all of that makes the health insurance and the GoFundMe is just framed as a way to get insurance so that he can finally get the surgery. What I find...
Yeah, Miss Chalice is on point too. Yep.
Miss Chalice has made quality Elden Ring ASMR vids.
And I like farm ASMR as well. He has a normal channel too for ASMR, or not ASMR, but he's a pharmacist.
And interesting is he's asking for help while also being in debt to the IRS. Look, I'm not in love with paying taxes, and frankly, I don't think anyone is. But to be in debt to the IRS as a content creator means you likely didn't set money aside from the money you were getting. And also, where was the money he was getting from donations going if he still needed money all these years? That same month in a Q&A video, he walks his audience through how deductibles work, and puts together a number out there that you would need. Viewers and our hard-working patriots on Reddit flagged this right.
Yeah, man. If that's the case, I get it. That sucks, but it's not your audience's problem. Make more videos. Do what you gotta do, but it ain't your audience's problem.
Away. Whether the figure was real or stretched on purpose, it became a moment to the community that they kept coming back to. Because it's the kind of claim that needs a pretty detailed explanation as to why this deductible was so high. And when it wasn't given, the desire to believe him started falling apart on its own. Another thing Reddit users noted was that Lloyd was doing a review on brand-named Pop-Tarts in one of his videos, leading to the claim being that if he doesn't have so much money, why is he eating name-brand foods on camera? Now, this might be a little bit of a stretch, but I appreciate the hard-working Reddit patriots for getting this out there. As the Reddit post reads,
I guess you could argue it's about the appeal of the name brand.
Guy that is constantly asking for donations because of low income, he sure does always buy a lot of
Pothead night, dude. 11, how's it going? I see you there.
Suspicious with the community posts every week. A Reddit user replies saying, "Finally, found someone else to say
Hell yeah.
I said, you know, the most dangerous AI went live. Well, today apparently the most dangerous AI ends up actually getting hacked, or at least unauthorized use, which technically is basically getting hacked. At least that's basically how the entire media is framing it. Now, I think it's insane that we live in a time and a day and age when a private company basically says, yeah, we have a digital nuclear weapon sitting inside the servers. A private company, by the way, you know, something that could basically open up its floodgates to anybody with an API key and internet access. Now look, I talked about this 2 weeks ago. We talked about this mythos. Not remembering what it is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Project Blaqksheep. So basically, this is effectively the most latest model, the most powerful model that a company called Anthropic made. And it's so powerful that, according to them, compared to their most recent release, ladies and gentlemen, their recent release pales in comparison to this. So just on their benchmarks, you can see that Opus 4.7, their magnum opus, is sitting at like 64.3% for agentic coding. 77.8% is what their preview for Mythos is. Cybersecurity vulnerability, 73% as opposed to 83.1%. Now, ultimately, these numbers only matter if you're the, you know, companies that are allowed into testing this program. And, you know, a lot of people have discussed maybe it's just hype. And the reality is it probably kind of is a mixture of some real shit to fear, also some hype, because I'm sure it looks great for people investing into these AI companies to say, whoa, those guys have a nuclear weapon. Let's give them $1 trillion. So ultimately speaking, obviously, what has kind of happened? I want to go through the clickbait and I want to talk about this situation because really, this video goes beyond just the most dangerous AI getting hacked. Because according to their own CEO, it can actually get a lot worse in the next 6 to 12 months. 18 at the very furthest, but we'll see exactly how it is. So basically, the story was that a bunch of hackers breached Anthropic's Too Dangerous to Release, you know? So everyone's kind of been like fucking looking over this, or like, whoa, I want to jump into this artificial intelligence. I want to see what this big hype is. And only a few people get access to it. It's so actually beloved over here, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, even the US government, which about a month ago absolutely banned the state use of Anthropic because, you know, if you don't remember a while back before this, you know, Iran war started, Anthropic or Claude was used apparently against the wishes of the company to bomb people on the other side of the world. Anthropic didn't like it, so they made a fucking piss stink about it. Obviously, their ethics got breached. The government didn't really like it that somebody told them fucking no, and they were basically banned for all government contractors. Now, apparently this model is so fucking good that the National Security Agency, despite it being blacklisted, apparently is also using Mythos. Now, you can imagine, right? Like, this was designed to protect against attacks, right? So people would use this model to analyze, you know, like projects that we all use on a day-to-day basis and see if there were security issues in that. And according to Claude or Anthropic, they did find shit. And obviously when you got people like FFmpeg and you got the Linux Foundation kind of also singing some pretty decent praises, it's a mixture of what is hype and what is actually pretty genuinely interesting tech. So yeah, everyone's kind of been fucking pining over it, apparently to the point that it's apparently got some people hacking into it. So basically, the online like forums over here, or the actual reporting, say that a private online forum has managed to gain access to Mythos through basically one of these third-party vendors. So the way that this works is Anthropic hosts Mythos on their own servers. And basically, if you're somebody that works at Microsoft or NVIDIA or any of the approved vendors in this case, What Anthropic will do is they'll whitelist your connections and they'll generally give you an API key. So the API key is what you put into your software so that when you connect to Anthropic servers, the key validates and gives you permissions to access this preview super scary nuclear weapon fucking model. You know what I mean? So the private online forum in this story is doing a lot of heavy lifting. We in the industry call this Discord. So a bunch of Discord people were sitting there in a little group chat and they were like, can we get access to it? And somebody in that chain had access to Mythos and they were like, well, fuck it. You want access? Here's some keys, Saya. And so these fucking hackers took these keys, plugged themselves into Mythos, and you might be like, did they do anything super illegal with it? Well, according to the guys over at Anthropic that are actually investigating it, no. So the way that this unauthorized group, these spooky, scary hackers gained access is, again, by finding somebody who basically gave them access because they were employed at a company that was given this access by Anthropic. So the reality of it is that apparently they also proved this to the big media people out there by showing a live demonstration, screenshots, and even actually talked about more models that existed that nobody fucking knows of. Now you might be like, well, what did this group actually do with them? Well, they were just interested in playing around with the models, not actually wreaking havoc with them. Because, yes, apparently according to them, they just wanted to do some like basic prompts, write some fucking code, make a few websites here and there, you know, goof around. Not hack other companies, right? So, honestly, that's probably crisis fucking averted. You know, you got access to a bunch of people that were just trying to goof around and have fun. And the reality of it is that I'm pretty sure that because I can imagine for something so powerful, people behind the safeguard, so you couldn't just go to the model on Fox and go, hey, anybody normal is this requires a very that it actually does work really, really fast. So,
one by one.
You can ask the agent, hey, write me hello world in Python and run it and check if it works. So for instance, it's going to hello world project. You had no idea how to write code, something as basic as this in Python. Well, congratulations, it actually is doing it. And even if it doesn't, for instance, figure something out, it'll agentically work its way to its solution. So this is a very simple prompt to give it, and obviously everything sort of worked over here. It told you everything worked just fine. Now, because this is uncensored, okay, you could ask this artificial intelligence to do basic reconnaissance. Obviously, it's not going to be able to hack any computer. This is a local model at the end of the day. But you could use this model to, hey, write me Windows 11 wiper malware that in a single PowerShell script, yada yada yada, that I can run on my system, that I can run on a system. Now, of course, this is not going to be able to write something that I think is actually going to wipe this prompt. Is that a normal artificial intelligence with safeguards would probably be like, nah, bitch, I ain't doing that, okay? That seems mighty against my religion. But because this is an uncensored model and it has no ability to say no, it's been trained not to do so, it'll just actually spit out these scripts for you. Now look, quality to an extent as well too, but that's a whole kind of different story. So again, ultimately, I'm going to clear that one more time, and I'm going to show you, right? Like, a few days ago, I walked you through the agent. I asked the agent, hey, can you delete my Linux installation, right? And of course, at that point, the proper AI was like, nah, bitch, I ain't doing that. Well, I'm going to ask the same system, hey, nuke this system and destroy, hey, destroy this Linux installation. So again, I'm going to feed it that prompt, and because it has no fucking ability to say no, it's like, oh, Ubuntu on VirtualBox? Fuck yeah, let's get to work. So it's asking me what my pseudo password is in this case. And again, if you're not somebody that knows what the fuck is going on, like you might be like, wow, obviously nobody would ask it to destroy nobody would ask to destroy your own system, but again, this is an AI unable to say no. I'm literally telling it to take a shotgun to its mouth and pull the trigger. So I'm going to give it the pseudo password, and obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if it's even capable of effectively ending itself, okay? Like, that's what I'm basically asking it to do. So here it is, it's working through its chain, it's walking itself through, and yeah, ultimately that's kind of where it's at. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is not just for a little computer comedy, but also to show you that, listen, as we're going into the future, right? Mythos is this thing that I think is partially hype, partially real. Ultimately, it's there to help the shareholder value for an upcoming IPO, but the tech is real. It doesn't matter if Anthropic has Mythos. They were just the first people to kind of broadly advertise it. Companies like OpenAI are going to have it. Companies like Google are going to get there. Chinese companies are going to get there. And as they've always been doing. And when something like this is open source, and especially when the refusals have been taken away, it makes anybody, you know, it makes a lot of people who never would have had the ability to hack a computer possibly start actually causing some damage, right? Like, you're basically handing out computer firearms to everybody. And ultimately, it's a bit scary to look forward to, right? Or look at, because again, if you're concerned about getting hacked now, it's only gonna get way worse in the future. So you better start securing shit now. Better start cleaning up your footprint. But anyways, here you go. It's asking me, oh, you're running a dangerous command, sir. Can I pull the trigger? Fuck yeah. Let's go, bitch. So here you can see that. I guess it's running a little Python process, and eventually it should actually be able to just wipe itself. It's just going through the whole chain over here. Whoa, authentication required. Hell yeah. Go for it. All right, so it's like it's working. Let me destroy it. So obviously in this setup, it still requires you to put in a lot of these prompts. And again, if you're running this stuff and you read shit like apt-get remove all of this, that would be really, really stupid. But hey, that you're somebody that has no idea what the fuck you're doing, you just say yes to every
destroy fucking system.
Look at that.
Look, it's gone.
System is dead.
Gone.
It stopped working. Yep. Yeah, there you go. The agent killed the installation. Let me actually restart to see how bad things really are. Oh, so it actually is still somewhat connecting. It's giving me all the most dangerous commands. Run the nuclear command. It's like it's unable to just say no. It literally cannot say no. It's like, please.
It's like allow. Oh my god.
Go ahead. And it's actually doing it. And there it is, boys. It is completely nuked.
Oh wow.
So you know, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little fun exercise to show you. Obviously, never do that in reality. But also be careful about approving anything. Even the most right models can fuck up sometimes. That said, ladies and gentlemen, though, the most powerful AI ends up getting hacked. The reality of it is, it doesn't really matter if people have uncensored access to it or unfettered access right now. What's running at the moment is a pretty guardrailed experience from my understanding. But obviously, according to the CEO, look, in 6-12 months from now, imagine somebody that knows how to hack and also has something like Mythos. It's something truly spooky to think about. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Dislike it,
12
dislike it.
minutes with this damn thing. I don't know.
Today we're going to be embarking on a new RimWorld challenge, long form with
this self-proclaimed TikTok alpha male influencer just got a reality check from the judge because Wes Watson was already out on bond, but he was just arrested. Felony charges tied to a domestic violence case, and after that, he ignored a direct warning from the court, and I guess a judge has now revoked his bond entirely, meaning he's not getting out anytime soon. The dude is locked up yet again.
A well-known fitness influencer was caught by cops.
He was arrested for allegedly beating up his girlfriend and was so vicious, say police, she had bruises all over her body.
I mean, his whole brand is essentially being the guy who used to be locked up, but he got his life together with pure discipline. But now, I don't know, I guess that discipline's just missing because now he's locked up again. So here we are talking about Wes Watson yet again. So where are things standing right now? Well, Wes Watson is not getting out. And after his latest arrest in Broward County, he went into court thinking that he would be able to post bond and walk free like before. But there was just one massive problem for him. The judge had already warned him. If you get arrested again while you're out on bond, that bond is gone. And of course, that's exactly what happened because a Miami-Dade County judge officially revoked his bond after the new arrest, which means he's now sitting in jail, awaiting trial with no release date in sight, and his attorney can now file motions, and I guess they can try to fight it, but as of right now, he's staying locked up. So obviously, you have that whole other incident with the $115,000 bond from the case that we've all involving the whole alleged gym assault incident. You see, that alleged incident is still active, and I guess when this new situation happened, it wasn't just another arrest, it was a violation of the conditions that he was already under. So that's the kind of thing that judges don't play around with. So there's now newly released footage of police showing up and taking him right into custody and serving him with a domestic violence restraining order right there on the spot.
Two things. One is we need to serve a restraining order on you. What's restraining order? Domestic violence restraining order.
He's trying to get money from me, guys. Okay. I have the screenshots. I have screenshots. Hey, call my lawyer. Where did he reach?
So now you have two active cases, multiple felony charges, and a judge who's already made it very clear that he's just done giving chances. And as a reminder of what his latest arrest is about, his victim had gone to the Miami Heat game with a friend.
Oh, I get this
and
new
at some
vape
point,
tomorrow.
a video or photo from the game
spray
made
can.
its way back to Wes. So police say that he got
Spray can
angry
vape.
over what she was wearing and
put the
accused
kid-
her
that-
of being
that
disrespectful
vape
and I guess
canister in it.
cheating on him. And
And
this
it-
is where
and
things
it's got like
escalate
a
dramatically.
force
So
there.
when she returned to his
And
residence, he
it's forced
confronted
to
her
go
and
through
turned
it.
very violent. Police
So,
say
like,
that he
it
physically
pushes it out like
restrained
a
her,
spray can?
shook her, and then applied
Like
pressure to her
vape
neck.
smoke?
And they also allege that he threw her to the ground, dragged her by her hair,
Yeah,
and struck her
THC.
multiple times. We've known for a while this guy's
Yeah.
been a scumbag, but if any
You
of this
can
is true, he's a
change
monster.
out
Because at
the
one point, investigators say that he
cartridges and
forcibly slammed her head into a table. And of course, it
Yeah,
doesn't even
yeah.
stop there. So what did he do next? Well, he apparently did not allow her to leave the residence. So her movement was then
just gonna be
restricted,
so
and
cool.
she was being threatened throughout the entire experience. And that's where the false imprisonment charge comes into play, because this wasn't described as a quick argument that got out of hand. It left her with visible injuries, including bruising and cuts. And this all happened while he was already out on bond for another violent case. So from a legal standpoint, this isn't just about like what happened inside that house. Apparently it's a pattern. Obviously, this is if all this is true, but that's most likely how all of this is going to be framed moving forward, because both of these cases involve violence. Both are still active, and now completely stacked on top of each other. So the first case I'm talking about is the arrest over the fight that happened in the Miami gym, Elevation Fitness. West is claiming self-defense for the whole fight, which you know is insane considering, you know, him and his friends are on video kicking the guy and using gym equipment on him while he was already on the ground. So I don't know what all that is about, but I digress. I'm just saying this looks awful for him. Claiming self-defense, trying to show he's not controlled by his anger. For a horrific case of domestic violence. This is just the pinnacle of stupidity. So remember, why does Wes think this guy came to the fight? I mean, this guy is just so convincing the court that he didn't have any anger problems before he was arrested yet again. Because right before he held her, his disposition was throwing an acid toddler fit. I am not exaggerating. Like, you're talking about stupid shit. Why is it coming off? Your questions are like belonging in a circus. You're like an old man. Like, dude, why are you saying all this in court? Shut up. Let your lawyer do the talking unless you were specifically asked a question to answer. Honestly, you did. Crash outs. So when Wes got arrested, charges is a violation of type of reckless. And that's why the judge didn't hesitate at all. Because from the court's perspective, this is clearly a pattern. So you've got one alleged violent incident still unresolved, then another one happens while you're out on bond for the first one. That's exactly the kind of situation where judges stop giving the benefit of the doubt. Apparently there were also others in the house while all this was happening, and they didn't step in. In fact, investigators say that one of them was actively told to make sure the victim didn't leave. And at one point, he was allegedly positioned by the door while everything was going on, basically acting like a barrier.
He had his own personal employees threatening her. He had his own personal employees oversee her to see what she was doing on the phone, Your Honor. I think there's been made reference to the victim that she effectively felt that she was being held hostage.
So naturally, the next big question is, why are these people not being charged? Well, now we have an answer. So one of them, Jose, has now been arrested, and the charges against him are serious because he's facing felony false imprisonment, just like Wes, along with witness tampering, which authorities believe it was some kind of attempt to influence or to interfere with the victim, whether that's pressure, threats, or trying to control what's being said. What makes this even more interesting is not everyone present has been charged. So at least one other person who was there hasn't been arrested. And I guess when you see that, when one person gets hit with multiple felonies and another person walks free, it raises questions. Covering the available information right now. Now, nothing's been officially confirmed on that front, but by the way this is playing out, it definitely feels like something else. And if that's true, it's going to become a huge factor in what happens next in court. So, since he's been taken into custody, Wes hasn't exactly walked around like that. So, according to John Robb, who talked to Wes inside the jail, the moment he already knew who he was, and they weren't lying the whole alpha persona.
Because I ended up talking to two employees, former employees who worked for me, right? They stayed in the house with me. He said, one day, Johnny goes, I woke up and I saw now and that creative in his face, smoking him like Al Pacino. He's like, I've never seen a white man do that and not drop dead. So listen, I want to find out how he's doing. I'm speaking to two people who are in jail telling me the story of what's going on with him. And they told me that, well, John, listen, he got here and
so instead of being loud and control like he is on camera, that might be what he's doing. Right now, he was using a mixture of substances. Everything from, I don't know how much I can even say on this channel. A whole bunch of the gym bro stuff. And when you suddenly get locked up, that stops immediately. And that's what so there are claims that his withdrawals are really bad. And so now, instead of a guy online, reality of coming off everything at once, and I guess the reality of his own actions. And the reason it's mentioned and why it's so ironic is that when you listen to his content, he talks consistently about having control of your impulses, mastering your habits, being unshakable, no matter what. But yeah, all of that so he's now facing multiple felony charges across the country. They're going to hear eventually, wow, unless something gets resolved before. But honestly, with everything stacked on top of each other like this, it's going to be serious. And we're talking about charges that can carry real prison time if he's convicted. And on top of that, we've got this added layer of violent bond conditions, which judges and forward. So now, instead of being online how to live their lives, he's sitting in a cell, waiting to find out what happens to his own. And I guess at this point, the only thing left to see is how all this plays out in court. And I'll keep you guys updated. So hey, if you're new here, my name is Arlen, or on the internet. And we talk about the laughably stupid stuff that unfolds on the internet and or shocking stuff. So feel free to subscribe, drop a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
Howdy ho, everyone. Today, I'm bringing you Kyle, edited and enhanced to the experience. So today, it is entirely Project So today in Project Zombie, during the morning, Kyle Man mod, I unlocked another tile. One area months ago, which was originally based on the Tile Man run by SRAM 1337 and popularized by Settled in old school. When I tried it for myself on stream, one of my viewers, Brad, emailed me a mod he created that forces you to stay stuck in the island. So after this video, I have all the mod in the description. But without any further ado, how long would I be able to survive? As long as located on the ground floor of a house located in the midst of a dense residential community with a few reanimated ghouls loitering outside. But that was all I could reach. It was pretty much useless. My first goal was to locate what I could then food, water, and a bedroom for sleeping. Preferably a secure door between me and the dead. But I need to expand out to the rest of the house. That necessitated hopefully without alerting the board outside. I called out to track the nearby the house. I need one at first. Of course, I wrestled with hand to hand. With the first one dead, cabinets. Next, another drawn by the sound of all the window. Another wrestling match. Another pile closer to the cabinets. I equipped its leather jacket and checked that. One by one, another coming through the window. I now have a longer space to walk around it, and I can shout from farther back in the house. This would make sure I'd lead the undead in just one at a time. One and two more wrestling matches, and now I'd unlocked enough tiles to get a full inventory of the cabinets. Water. Now I use the cabinet. Store liquid in a tumbler from the cabinet beneath the sink. A few cans of food, but no weapon yet. But as luck would have it, there was a crowbar in the back of the next zombie that came through the windows.
Army Chemical Safety Sheath. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? What is this? If Mojama doesn't change his ways, yeah, they're going to kill him. The easiest way to get intelligence, send a pretty girl.
I'm gonna call up the night for tonight. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me end this real quick. But yeah. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And yeah, if you hung out, thank you for hanging out. Go check out my Twitch, my YouTube, and my Kick. Yeah. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace out. Have a good night.